One decision. Just one decision. That is all it takes to change a nation forever. Think about that. Not a war, not years of planning, just one moment, one choice, made in silence, but felt by millions. And the truth is, most people will never even realize when that decision was made. They will only feel the consequences, slowly, and then all at once. Every product you use, every service you depend on, is connected. Connected to movement, the unseen choreography of trucks, planes, cables, and code. Connected to energy, the current that hums quietly behind every ordinary day. Connected to systems you rarely think about until they slow or stop. And when these systems are stable, life feels normal. Bills get paid, groceries appear on shelves, flights land on time. It seems effortless. But stability is more fragile than it looks. It depends on coordination, across borders, across industries, across time. From wells deep underground, to refineries, to pumps, to engines, from manifest, to barcode, to shelf, to your hands. Each link relies on the last. Each delay ripples outward. Even the invisible systems, the ones that move information, are tethered to energy. We come to believe this rhythm is permanent. We forget the cost, the complexity, the risk absorbed so we can breathe easy. But in every system, there are thresholds. Push too far, strain too long, and those quiet thresholds become loud. When balance slips, it does not ask permission. It simply moves, and the world moves with it. Tension does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it builds in silence, signals, small movements that mean more than they appear. Movements. A tick here, a gap there, a whisper turning into a pattern. Decisions being prepared, behind closed doors. Markets begin to react, not because they know the future, but because uncertainty is a cost. Uncertainty widens the path between hope and hazard. It alters the math. It changes the risk premium, because uncertainty is expensive. And when costs rise before outcomes are known, caution takes control. Procurement shifts. Inventories are padded. Routes get replanned. The world adjusts itself, one spreadsheet at a time. People hedge, people wait, people watch. Time becomes the most valuable asset in the room, because when the air changes, even footsteps sound different. The city holds its breath. Files save. Doors close. The horizon waits. Now bring this down to real life. A truck driver, paying more for fuel. Every mile now carries a heavier cost. Deliveries still need to happen. Deadlines still insist. A business owner, trying to survive rising costs. Inputs go up. Customers hesitate. Choices narrow. Raise prices and risk losing loyalty. Or hold and absorb the strain. A family, paying more for the same groceries. No headlines here. Just quieter dinners. Fewer extras. These are not statistics. These are choices. Deferred, downsized, delayed. These are not headlines. These are consequences. The cost moves through everything. Like current, people adjust in 100 small ways. And every adjustment tells a story about pressure. Not about ambition, not about greed. About making it to next month. What happens when fuel becomes expensive? Transport becomes expensive. Then products become expensive. Then people spend less. Then businesses slow down. This is how pressure builds, step by step. Costs move downstream. Everyone passes a little of their burden to the next. Even convenience becomes calculation. The spreadsheet is where optimism meets arithmetic. Momentum is a living thing. Once slowed, it resists reacceleration. Confidence is oxygen. When it thins, decisions shrink. Households protect the essentials. Everything else waits. Projects pause, plans drift. Surcharges become standard. Temporary becomes permanent. This has happened before. Moments where energy disruption changed entire economies. Prices surged, growth slowed, and recovery took years. Because disruption leaves scars. Yet within the scars, there are lessons. What was rushed, what was measured, and what was regretted. Choices echo longer than they seem. And every echo becomes a warning, or a guide. Now comes the moment. Act fast, risk chaos. Wait, risk losing control. There is no safe option, only consequences. Every signature is a story of risk. Every delay is a decision, whether we admit it or not. The moment narrows until it becomes a point, and then the point becomes a path. Inside that room, it is not power. It is pressure, fear, uncertainty, because every decision has a cost. Data argues, history interrupts, advice contradicts, memory adds its own gravity. Rationality meets risk tolerance. Values meet variables. And the word that refuses to fade, consequences. In the end, clarity is not about certainty. It is about responsibility. To carry the cost and accept the weight. That is the part no one sees. The quiet answer to a loud question. This decision does not stay inside borders. It spreads across markets, across countries, across the world. Phones ring in distant time zones. Ships alter departure times. Planes swap routes. The smallest decisions now carry global shadows, because when power moves, the future moves with it. What if nothing happens? It feels safe. But pressure builds, because not acting is also a decision. The change is slower, but not smaller. It collects and waits for the next moment. If things escalate, the impact spreads faster. Prices surge, markets react, systems strain, and control becomes harder. Policy tries to catch up to velocity. Temporary fixes search for permanent relief. Stress tests become reality. The question is no longer if, but how much. In the end, this was never just about a decision. It was about consequences, because one decision can trigger everything. And history will remember only one thing. Was it the right one? Because one decision does not just change America. It changes the future. When the signatures dry, when the cameras stop, the consequences begin to breathe. They live not in headlines, but in households, in routines that must continue, no matter the cost. This is the resolve of a nation to move, to adapt, to endure. Power is not control. Power is stewardship, and stewardship is measured by the futures we protect. Subscribe to Alpha Decisions, because one decision can change everything. Stay ahead of the cost, the risk, the power, and the future. Deep dives, slow pacing, clear thinking. Make the decision. That prepares you for the next one, because tomorrow remembers the choices we make today.